Hi, welcome to Bella's Yoga Room. I'm Bella. Today we have a short seated practice focused on self-compassion. So if you're coming to this practice feeling drained, feeling overwhelmed, you've done a beautiful thing for you. So I commend you on that. Find a seat that's comfortable, maybe sitting up on a block or a blanket or the end of your couch, the edge of your couch. And we are going to start just with a couple little movements, and then we're going to use a short meditation at the end. So first of all, let's just start by sitting up, really thinking about that nice straight line of the spine, from the bottom of the spine all the way up. You might notice that maybe it's a tendency to arch over, to want to try and protect. So just seeing if you can open up, roll those shoulders back. Really, again, opening up in that chest. Eyes can be open here to start with. We're going to take a deep breath in. So as we inhale, let's bring those arms up, just to shoulder height and then down. Let's do a couple more. Big deep breaths, breathing in and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Let the hands interlace behind the back if that's comfortable. See, again, just maybe opening up, lifting that chin a little bit, opening that chest. Feel what it's like to breathe with an open chest like this. Maybe it feels really vulnerable. And let's let go. Allow that right hand to come over to that left knee, gentle twist over to the left side. Coming back to center, over to the other side. Coming back over the other side again. Back to center, last time over. Excellent. If you are sitting on your couch, this next bit might be a little bit tricky. So if you did want to come onto the floor, otherwise you are going to probably just be maybe like folding over, and that's okay too. But get your hands and just see if they just want to walk just a little bit out in front. You don't have to come super far. We are sort of opening up into the hips if you're sitting cross-legged like me. Let's walk over that left side, get that little stretch there in the right side body. And let's walk all the way across over to that right side, getting that stretch in the left side, walking back to center, maybe walking out a little bit more, allowing the head to fold over. And then let's walk back up. Again, getting that spine nice and tall, allowing that left hand to come down, opening up in that right side, stretching over that right hand, creating that space in that right side, and then allowing that right hand to come down, reaching over. And coming back to center. Ooh, let's roll those shoulders back. Okay. So I've just done a little bit of movement, particularly opening up in that chest area, which we're trying to then counter out that maybe tendency for that wanting to go into that self-protection when we're feeling overly critical or feeling judged, whether that be by others or ourselves. So we've just made a little bit of space here. So we are going to be having a meditation now. So if you did want to transition to lying down, please do. Otherwise, just allowing the body to become still. Again, having a nice straight line from the bottom of the spine all the way up. Maybe tucking the chin just a little bit in, closing the eyes if that feels safe. Just noticing how the body is feeling. Maybe you're feeling heavy, sadness. And self-compassion has 3 elements. And the first element is that of self-kindness. And by picking this video, by making this time for yourself, you've already shown that act of kindness to yourself. That you are important, that this time matters, and that you matter. You're not being selfish by taking this time. You deserve this time. And self-kindness is that inner voice too that we want to try and cultivate. We're often so kind to other people, so critical or judgmental of ourselves. So whether it be a word that you can say to yourself or giving yourself permission for this time, these actions, acts of kindness. And then we've got mindfulness as being second element. And so mindfulness is that non-judgmental awareness of the present moment. And it can be really easy to be present and mindful when the moment is kind or nice, when the moment feels hard or heavy or painful. Often our first human instinct is to run away or to avoid. And so just noticing how you're feeling, and that maybe today you're feeling like you're running on empty. And that doesn't mean just because you feel that way now that you'll feel that way forever. But by noticing how you're feeling, that's allowing that feeling to move through you rather than trying to push it away. And it just keeps coming back louder. So when we notice things as they are, it allows them to pass and become something else. And the final element of self-compassion is that of common humanity. That you are not alone in this experience of being a human, and that being a human sometimes can be really, really hard. And there is suffering, there is pain, sadness. And that we're all trying the best we can, trying to be the best human that we can. And if you're having a bad day, that doesn't mean you're a bad human or you're a failure. It just means that you are having a human experience. And sometimes it can be helpful to either place a hand maybe on the chest, and even to repeat to yourself, being a human today is hard. And so even in that moment, by giving that kindness to ourselves, the mindfulness of that awareness and noticing what the moment is, and sitting in that common humanity. But sometimes being a human is not easy. And all you need to do is keep trying your best. And giving yourself that permission that your best is going to look different on each day. Let's take a nice big deep breath together. And letting go. Let's think about breathing in kindness and letting go any criticism. Breathing in compassion, compassion for ourselves, and letting go of judgment. And then let's just breathe in some compassion for all those humans that we share this earth with. And again, let go of any judgment. Okay? Thanks so much for joining me. Look after yourself. And I'd love to hear how you found the practice in the comments section. Have a wonderful day.